It's his second half. So this is week of Thanksgiving. There's a couple things we wanted to go over, but we did our NFL, I guess, predictions, right? I don't know best way to say it. Time for college, right?
Yes.
Let's get to the more chaotic one here. Everybody knows who the teams are that are going to be in the NFL playoffs, but I don't even know who the top 12 teams are in the country. So here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go first here, since you took first batch for NFL, because there's really only, I think, two teams I'm going to change out of the whole the current playoff bracket. Uh, any notes you have first before I give mine?
No, I'm gonna let you go. I'm. My first thing looking at this is, I'm looking at the rules for the CFP, and I'm looking at how they do their seeding,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the top five conference champions, plus the next 7 through 12 top ranked teams get in. The top four teams get a bye, and then 5 through 12 play each other in the first round. But their rankings have Ohio State and Indiana 1-2. They have to play each other in a conference championship,
Correct.
so they can't
There's
be
no way
one
they stay
two.
1-2.
They
No
can't be
chance.
1-2. So, but we'll get into that, and that's how I kind of was breaking down mine. But
So similar to what you were saying, I had a struggle with the SEC teams because right now there's four SEC teams getting in, and I just in the current based off of the vote that was yesterday on the 18th, I just don't see that being the case. So I I pumped Alabama because if you're going to go with the rest of the season plus your conference championship plus based off of recent results, I see it more likely that Bama gets bumped. But already seeing it 10, and to lose to an OU team that was ranked higher than they were or lower than they were, uh, I struggled with justifying them staying in. So Alabama gets the boot for me. They would be my first team out. Second team that gets the boot for me, which based off what they have, I see Tulane in there as the group of five. I struggled with. I'm sorry. There's five SEC teams because Ole Miss is
yes,
also in there.
there's
Missed that.
there's no ACC teams in the top 12
None.
currently. I thought they were 13. Hold on, I could have been
I'm
looking
on
at the wrong
I
thing.
don't know. I'm on the NCAA CFP page. I don't know if this is when this came out versus the other one. They have them at 11 right now. But to your point, it's not going to happen. I don't think Miami gets in. So I have Miami bumped as well. And actually looking at to your point, looking at the AP 25, where do they
AP
have
25 has them.
13, which is what you're saying.
Yeah, I thought yeah, okay, that's what it is.
So that's just AP versus what.
What the CFP is doing.
Yeah. So I think the only other team that has a chance to be able to jump, like I said, I'm bumping Alabama out, would be, funny enough, I could see Georgia Tech getting in. And the only reason I can see Tech getting in is if they beat Miami in the ACC championship game.
So here's the thing with. Hold on, let me pull up the ACC. Is the top four teams in the ACC right now are Georgia Tech, Virginia, Pittsburgh, SMU.
Right.
Are they? I'm not sure if the ACC is still split between one side and the other, and the top two from each side play each other. But I was looking at the schedules for the top 4 or 5 ACC teams, and they don't play each other. Like Georgia Tech plays Pitt, SMU plays Louisville and Cal, who they need to win those games, but they're not one of the top few teams.
No, it's just top two.
It's Pitt, it's Pitt and Georgia Tech play each other, and that's pretty much gonna decide the winner goes to the championship, and plays
Well,
probably Virginia.
that's exactly what I was going to say. And it says it here, if Georgia Tech beats Pitt, they are locked into a championship game. Pitt, obviously, sitting at 2, Virginia sitting at 2. I guess there's also a route where SMU gets in, but I think Georgia Tech locks that up this weekend. And I guess is my point. And then looking at their only other remaining games, Georgia on the 28th, which is Black Friday. If that game is close and not just a Georgia blowout, and then you roll into the ACC championship game, and then Georgia Tech wins over whoever, right? They get in, to me.
Yes.
That's enough of a resume that you've proven it in your own conference, you won your conference, you also prove it against the top 4 team who's going to have a bye. Like, I think that I think they would have a stronger resume than some of the other teams, for sure. But that would be my top 12. And then as far as what the breakdown would look like, I kept a lot of the teams where they were. I just swapped out Tech for Miami, and I bumped Alabama. Who did I put in? I think I had BYU in. Yeah. Where is... Yeah, I had BYU. So BYU at 11, Georgia Tech at 10. So then just going off of their current game, so Tulane Tech, I'll take Texas Tech. Texas Tech, Georgia, I'll take Georgia. Notre Dame, Oklahoma, I think would be a great game. It's a shame that that's a first-round matchup. I think a healthy Oklahoma wins that game, though. And I think a healthy Oklahoma gives Ohio State a great game, although I do think Ohio State could win.
Yes.
Going into the 11-6, I don't think BYU would have a shot over Ole Miss. I like Ole Miss, but I don't think Ole Miss is better than A&M. I think the only game that the only top 4 team I don't trust is Indiana. Because if it's a Oregon-Indiana in a quarterfinal,
I think Indiana solves that issue in the Big Ten championship game for you.
but also to your point, I didn't factor them dropping if they lose to Ohio State. Right? I kept these other teams.
I don't think either of those 2 teams drop below top 4.
Okay. You just think they move in the top 4.
Exactly. Yep.
Fair.
I think both of those teams are going to be top 4 regardless of the result of that game. I do have Indiana winning that game, though.
And I think if you keep those teams top 4, and those are your matchups, right? So I'll say Georgia versus Ohio State. Great game. You have to assume that the winner of the national championship is probably coming from that side of the semifinal. But I would probably lean Ohio State. A&M versus Indiana would be game of the year for me. Because that's coin toss. I don't know. I think Indiana's a better team, but A&M is better offense. I'm not sure.
Heisman favorite versus the redshirt freshman,
right?
Potential Heisman in a year or so.
2 good coaches having a great season, that would be all the storylines. And I get it, Georgia and Ohio State; those are your typical, blue chip teams. But there's some fun. There's potential for some fun and some chaos in here, which is I'm all about. What do you got?
All right, so I'm going to bump a few teams out. I think that'll be the easiest to start with because I'm looking at mine and I'm like, all right, I need to switch a couple things. I'm bumping out Bama. I'm bumping out Tulane.
Okay.
I've got my top 4 being Indiana, Texas A&M, Georgia, Ohio State.
Okay.
I think Indiana wins the Big Ten championship. It bumps Ohio State down a little bit. Georgia potentially winning the SEC championship. That'll bolster them up a little bit. So I've got Indiana, Texas A&M winning the SEC. And then I've got Georgia and Ohio State. I've got Tech right after them. So Tech still at 5. I've got Ole Miss at 6. I do have Oregon at 7. Who else I got here? I've got Georgia Tech in here. I don't think Miami makes it. Notre Dame, Oklahoma, I'm fine with. And then I either got Navy or the Utes.
Ooh, Navy would be fun.
Because we're looking at top 5 conference champions.
Get ready to learn
Maybe
300 rushing yards a game.
Yeah, maybe Tulane beats them, but right now, I mean, Tulane's ranked, but if Navy wins it, and then they've got an extra game in there, they got to play Army too. I think they can be ranked and sneak in there.
I don't hate it. I don't hate that one bit.
Now, who did I bump? Bama, Miami, Tulane.
Yep.
I don't know what order I had these guys in, but I had Indiana, Texas A&M, Georgia, Ohio State. So TAMU, Georgia, Ohio State. I had Tech in the same spot. I think Tech wins that game versus what would probably be Navy instead of Tulane.
Okay.
And then I think Ohio State wins that game. They would be number 4.
Okay.
So they're in the semis. And
number
then
4. So you have Indiana beating Ohio State?
yes, yeah, I have Indiana beating Ohio State in the championship.
Ooh. Oh, you were gonna skip right past that one?
No, I said that. I definitely said that.
Okay,
100%.
Well, you didn't say it with enough pizzazz.
No, sorry. I said I got Indiana beating Ohio State, and I think regardless of the result, both of those teams stay in the top 4. So since Indiana would win the championship, Texas A&M would win the championship, Georgia would win the championship, they'll be 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, Georgia and Texas A&M can't win the championship together, so maybe Georgia falls out a little bit lower, so maybe Ohio State's 3. So I was mixed up on that, but I did say Indiana would beat Ohio State in the championship game. I'm locking that in. I'm not betting it, but I'm locking it in.
I don't hate it, but that is a 1 seed Indiana would fix a lot of things in this country.
And if that's the case, so I did make a mistake. I said Georgia and TAMU winning a championship. That can't happen. I'll have Texas Tech at 4.
Okay.
And then probably Georgia 5, maybe Ole Miss, Oregon. But
Oklahoma.
I don't think Indiana wins the whole thing. I'll say that.
So they win their conference.
Mm-hmm.
They become the darlings of the country. Everybody wants them to win. And then they lose when?
Probably in the semis.
What an awful way to finish that season. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Would it be though? Like, it would be the best season in Indiana history, probably.
And I think it will remain the best season of Indiana history. That's not my point. My point is more like, what a heartbreaking way. Like if you get over the hump of Ohio State in the conference championship, you have to think we're favorites.
That's it.
Like we're rolling to the title. But to your point, we've seen crazier things happen. That was Oregon. Was that last year? 2 years ago? Was the one?
Yeah, yeah. They rolled over Ohio State in the preseason, or not the preseason, the regular season,
and then got
stomped,
blown off the map.
Stomped, and ironically, with how I have it finishing out here, they'd have to play Ohio State in the semis, most likely, depending on how the SEC finishes and stuff like that. But if Ohio State ends up at the 3, they'll have to play them.
Wow. Okay. Maximum chaos. I love it. No, I really do. I think it'll be great. I'm gonna start keeping tabs on that with how close we're gonna be. Anything else you got, college?
No.
All right. Well, I wanted to briefly, because I could talk about this all day, talk about the All-Star game. Did you see that there were the plans to change it?
I did not. Hit me with it.
Well, for the 175th year in a row, they are changing the All-Star game. So here's the deal. It got announced. What is this?
First, I'll say you could change it every single year and make it different. That honestly might be cooler. Make it like the Mario Kart mini games.
If you call that,
Or Mario Party.
NBA Mario Party weekend.
NBA Party All-Star Weekend. All-Star Weekend Party.
I don't hate it, but I don't know. See, so my thing with the All-Star game, in general, not just for that, but like the way the Pro Bowl does it stinks. Like, that's not... They don't care. They're not going to put the body on the line. The season's over. What it used to be in Orlando was cool. What it used to be in Hawaii, that was awesome because it was different. I love... For me, I prefer the mini games or the flag football or the... those were always more interesting to me than, like, lining up for a 60-minute Pro Bowl game. I would rather see which of the 6 quarterbacks that go to the Pro Bowl couldn't throw it through a hula hoop at the beach. Like, I think that's just different. Or when they played dodgeball, was that 2 or 3 years ago? Mixing it up, I think, is cool. The way that the MLS does it, don't like it, but they always choose another team or another league to, like, compete against. So it's MLS All-Stars versus Real Madrid, MLS All-Stars versus the Mexican League All-Stars. I'm like, that doesn't... I don't know those people.
Yeah.
Again, I do, but most people don't. So it's like, why do I care? I appreciate the way baseball does it. Everybody gets at least one All-Star representative. So you can have the worst season in the world, and you know what your best player's going to the All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
In some capacity. It doesn't have to be it could be for the home run derby. It could be for the traditional game. But I appreciate that there is some inclusivity there. Then we get to basketball. Then we get to hockey first. Hockey changed it this past year, where they did the USA versus the other countries, the little mini tournament. Turned out to be a huge hit. Basketball followed suit. They're doing USA versus the world.
Okay.
So it's 2 USA teams, 1 world team, so 3 teams total. They're playing 4 12-minute games, round robin.
Okay.
So here's the official... This is officially from the NBA. So it'll be Sunday, February 15th. It's the Clippers are hosting it this year. So it's 4 12-minute games. A minimum of 8 players each. 50% of the players are selected by the fans. Current NBA players select 25%. Media selects 25%. And then 7 reserves are picked from NBA head coaches. Here's the big change. It is not assigned by position.
So you could draft.
So you're not filling a roster
pick.
of... You could have 10 point guards.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Give me maximum... Give me a team of centers and a team of point guards. Give me chaos. Because, like, it's not supposed to be real basketball.
No. And we don't want real basketball. We want crazy stuff.
You know, when Kobe passed and they did the Mamba rule or whatever it was, where they had to get to a certain point limit, that was cool because it didn't really matter what the first 3 quarters did. You were just watch the fourth quarter. Mm-hmm. It's not real basketball. It doesn't matter who. It's not a race to 153, whatever the score was. But for me, like, I want to see something that's different. For the I out of watching all of them, I enjoy watching MLB All-Star Weekend because of the home run derby. I'm like, oh, this isn't real baseball. It's just hit a ball as hard as you can, as far as you can.
Dude's going yard.
Exactly. So, I'm excited about this. It says here, after game number 3, the top 2 teams by record will advance to face each other in a championship game. I'm all about it because you're going to get 24 NBA All-Stars, 12 from each conference. And it says if the numbers don't line up where it's USA versus the world, then basically it'll be reserved. So, like, if 20 of the 24 are internationals, then they'll just go down the list for the Americans. Which, like, cool. Add some incentive. Put a little bit old school bad blood in there. Like, oh no, we're the best. No, we're the best. All right, cool. Like, I don't know. I saw some people saying it's like, oh, it's gimmicky because they just change it every year, so there's no continuity. But what do you want them to do? You want them to just
Do the
stick to
same old
style?
song and dance and
Nobody watches the game anyways. Why not mix it up?
yeah.
So, yeah, that got announced last week.
Well, that'll be exciting. Still February, right?
February, I think it's the 16th.
Yeah.
I'm all in. There are so many good international players in the NBA that let's showcase them a little bit. Where's my phone? All right. So I have two would you rather's here.
Alrighty.
You want number 1 or number 2 first?
Number 2.
Okay. Since we're talking about these sports leagues, this is a fun little idea somebody was talking to me about. I want you to try to tell me the official platforms of these sports leagues, how many followers they have. We'll start with Instagram. Let's go NFL. How many Instagram followers do you think the NFL has?
The NFL.
The official NFL page.
Yikes. Wasn't ready for this. 65 million.
Close. No. 32.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go
Needed.
NHL.
I'm thinking lower.
that would probably be right.
Probably maybe 9.
7.
9.
7.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
You're warmer. The Major League Soccer, MLS.
2.
5.2.
Okay. I had one digit, right?
Okay.
Wrong spot.
Let's go MLB.
I think it's going to be a little bit higher. We'll put MLB at 11.
13.
I'm there.
You're
I'm in the ballpark.
though.
I'm in the ballpark.
NBA.
What was NFL? 16?
32.
32. Oh, I guessed 65. Was 32. Okay. I think a healthy 25.
And this is where the surprise comes in.
It's going to be way up there.
90.5.
Good Lord.
And part of the reason is, the highlights are everywhere. And it's such a clippable sport. You need one dunk, you need one 3-pointer, you need one, you only need that one moment.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really matter what anybody else on the court's doing. I find that interesting, and then I want to jump over to TikTok.
There's no way I get these right. I'll tell you that.
And I will tell you before I look, I don't know what these are. I haven't looked yet. So this is, I'm fresh on it too. Let's go, what did we start with last time? NFL. The official NFL page.
TikTok?
Mm-hmm.
They probably don't have too many TikToks. At 32?
Yep.
Well, let's just see where we're at here. This is just a calibrating guess. We'll do 20. 20 mil.
That's not a bad guess whatsoever. I think that's pretty good. It's 18.6.
Okay. Well, like I said, we're calibrating here. We're seeing the relation. All right. So still
NHL?
NHL, they might be okay. What were they? 5.2?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, we'll give them 5.
3.1.
Okay.
MLS?
I don't think this one's going to be that high. We'll guess 2 again.
5.4.
All right.
And I will stand by this 10 toes down. I think the MLS is past NHL as the big 4.
Ooh.
So if we're going to, we can, you disagree?
No, I just...
gonna say I would go to war for that take. And if media wants to call it a Big Five, fine with it. But if you're gonna keep saying Big Four, the MLS has passed the NHL in everything.
That's fair.
What was next? We did
NBA. Oh, baseball. 17.
8.7.
Oh, way off there.
And
All
then
right.
NBA.
50.
25. It's clearly less. It happens. But there's two things that I found interesting. One is when people are talking about the NBA as a global league, you see the impact of that. The NFL is not a global league, right? They're just now starting to branch out and have these international games, and they're still hanging out with like baseball, and the NBA is double what they're pulling in, and I think that just shows like the best Greek player, the best Canadian player, the best Slovakian player, or Serbian player, or French player, like they're all playing in the States. I don't know if you can say that about another sport.
Not really. No.
If you consider, of course, Ohtani for baseball, but who's the best player from these other countries besides, the DR or Cuba or like there's a couple of Central American countries, of course, but for the most part, it's a lot of American guys. So, I don't know. I wanted to, that was interesting, trying to tie that into this little international USA versus the world that they're going to try to spin. Because 2026 is also an Olympic year. It's also a World Cup year. So, if we want to get into that too. But, I don't know. Excited. I think next year's going to be a huge year for sports. World Cup alone.
World Cup's always exciting, and then Olympics brings everyone together for months. So Olympics is always a fun time. It'll be
are in Milan.
Fun to cover, for sure.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't tell you all the strategies about what's the cross country skiing where you have the gun? Decathlon, right?
We have the gun?
Yeah. You haven't seen that one?
No.
What? Do you watch the Winter Olympics?
Kinda, but not.
What?
I'm more of a Summer Olympics guy.
Okay. Hold on.
I've played Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympic Games.
Well, they're not going to.
Does that count?
They're not going to have the gun in there.
Why not? They had archery.
Okay, why is it giving me... Okay. No, it's not the... It's the biathlon, not the decathlon. Yeah, so it's a 10K on skis. And then every... Let me see here. I don't know how far it is. Every so many meters, you have to stop, and there are 5 targets for you to shoot at. And then before you can move on to the next thing, you have to hit those targets. So you're carrying a rifle on your back while you're skiing.
This is crazy, and I need to tune into this time.
Yeah, I just literally looked up. It's the Vancouver 2010 Winter Olympic Games, the biathlon. You need to find time to watch. It's a little 3-minute video, and you have to it's like a pinhole that you're shooting at. You have to hit all 5 before you can advance.
Good.
So it doesn't matter if you're good. You could be the quickest skier in the world, but if you can't also fire a rifle into a pin, you're not going to win. Yeah, biathlons.
That's wild.
No joke. But yeah, that'll be next year. I say next year. It's something like 2 months. Makes me full old. But yeah, we will know after March all of the teams that'll be in the World Cup, because they still have to do intercontinental play-ins. So once we get a little closer, because there's been some big surprises for teams that have qualified, like Curacao is now the smallest nation ever to have qualified. The island in the Caribbean qualified for the World Cup over Jamaica.
Wow.
Cape Verde in Africa qualified. The North Macedonia in Europe has a chance to qualify. And of course, opening up the field from 32 to 48. I get it, right? That opens up 16 more slots.
Mm-hmm.
But these teams still have to qualify.
Yeah.
And there are stories like Norway qualified for their first World Cup in a long time. Scotland qualified for the first time since the 90s. It's going to be so much fun. Can't wait. The downside,
I did see that Scotland.
Did you see that bicycle kick?
Yes. I did watch that. That was crazy.
Dude. In the 3rd minute of a must-win game to send your country to the World Cup is like a movie. I saw that happen and I was like, what is this, old? Like maybe a couple years ago, and they're like, no, this happened 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And then, of course, because the game is the most poetic, Denmark scores, Scotland scores, Denmark scores. It's 2-2. It's whoever wins goes straight to the World Cup. The other team has to go through the play-in, which is like 3 different matchups. Scotland scores in the 94th minute. It's the defender scores from outside the box. And, like, the game was in Scotland, and people are just, like, fainting in the stands. Like, oh my God. And I always think about, like, and I'll leave with this, because I think this is a fun question to leave with. You get one sporting event, one situational sporting event that you would want to be live for. What is it? There's a lot of good options.
There are.
Could be your team, could be you're neutral, it could be countries, anything.
I mean, are we talking, you say situational, could be anything. Could be like winning the Super Bowl, could be winning the World Cup, could be
it could be a specific
qualifying,
play.
Could be, yeah.
Could be a grand slam, like it could be anything. Could be a 3-pointer, Steph Curry 3-pointer to break a record, like whatever. Anything you got, like what would you want to be in the building for?
I think an NBA Finals Game 7.
Yeah. Buzzer beater?
Yeah. Like, buzzer beater, Game 7, because that's, an NBA game lasts just as long, give or take half an hour, maybe, as an NFL game, as a soccer game, as an NHL game. And so that series is building up for 7 games.
That's 2 weeks of games, yeah.
2 weeks of games of tension building up for it to come down to that. I think that's what I would want to be in the building for.
Let me give my honorable mentions. My nominees are being in a track arena for an Olympic 100-meter.
Okay.
Or like a swim for the, like when they do the medley, or like any like big event like that. I feel like those would be crazy. Again, because Olympics are on the brain. I would think if you were going to go, I have no interest in football. Like going to the Super Bowl, it's so commercialized, it doesn't really do anything for me. Up there for me would be if I had went to a big college, beating a 1 seed and storming the field when your team is not, like that big upset of like, oh, Alabama came to town and we're 5-5 and we just knocked them off at home. Like that would be pandemonium. I think basketball Game 7 would be a big one. I also would go like I would imagine seeing the dunk contest in person.
Okay.
That's got to be fun. That's got to be fun to be up close and see that. Home run derby. Just having outfield seats at a home run derby. Yes, more than any baseball game. Put me in the stands. And then I think for soccer, it couldn't be a regular game. It'd have to be like a World Cup final or a Champions League final or something. But even then, it would have to be my team. Like I wouldn't want to be a neutral. I don't know if that would do it for me.
Yeah, you'd want to see Liverpool in the Champions League or
USA in a world like, whew. Yeah.
Good luck with that one, but
or
maybe.
Or if it doesn't even have to be that big, something like the Scotland game where it's like a win and get in situation, and then something crazy happens. Right, I go back to one of my favorite clips to watch whenever I'm feeling like sports nostalgic. I'll go back and watch greatest sports broadcast calls of like the 2010s.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like one of the clips I have it's like a 25-minute clip, but it's all these sports and all these like nostalgic moments of like, oh, I remember watching that game. I remember this and this, and it's the walk-off grand slam, or it's the Ray Allen to bang. Oh my gosh,
the bang, yeah.
Oh, just being in the building for those, I feel like would have been those are like core memories you got forever. So as much as I would be like, of course, I would love for it to be my team. There's some other ones I'm like, oh, that would be sick if I was just there.
Yeah.
Or Freddie Freeman Grand Slam Game 1 against the Yankees last year. Like, oh, what? But yeah, I think that's fun. I think the reason I'm thinking about it is World Cup tickets are on sale. They're going up every day. There's no chance I'm going to get in for less than stupid money. And it's going to be nosebleeds in a football stadium during the summer.
Ooh.
And I'm like, you can't pick what team right now. So if I just buy a ticket to Atlanta on this day for this game, I have no idea who's playing right now.
Yeah.
So it could be Zimbabwe versus South Africa. Like, I guess it wouldn't be two African countries, but you know what I mean. But my point is it worth is that worth it, or would I rather make that experience last somewhere else? Like, because airfare, hotel, everything's gonna be jacked up. That's easy $1,000.
Oh, easy.
And if the Knicks have I'm taking my dad this weekend, or I guess I would have already taken him, but we're going down to Orlando, Knicks Magic on Saturday. And $85 to get in.
And proximity makes that a little easier.
Of course. So,
day trip.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, would I rather blow that, or would I rather stack a couple of these other ones together?
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it's an easy answer. I'd rather do.
I would go to the Knicks game.
100%.
Yeah.
What I will say is when we went 2 seasons ago, before they had made all the trades, so Julius Randle was still there, and the Orlando was bad because that was Ben Caro's whatever his rookie year was. We went in February. We were maybe 15 or 16 rows back from the court, and I got in for $41. Because again, the Magic were not good. They had just taken Paulo at was he the 1 pick or the 2 pick? I think it was the 1.
I don't know.
And now this year, of course, the Magic are expected to be good, and Knicks are expected to be good. I got in the door for $81. We're in the top section, but the closest row on the top section. So I'm like, that's fine, but those same seats would have been 4 times that.
Yeah.
So it's all good. But yeah, I thought, I had one more for you. One more would you rather. I almost forgot. It is NFL related, if that helps. Okay. Here is what I have. I want to go team by team here. Where are my teams at? Standings. Okay, here's what I want to know. I'm looking at potential. Because we've talked about like GM stuff, right? We've talked about who would you want to go take over. I want to know coaching jobs. Every coach could get fired tomorrow.
Okay.
It's kind of the nature of the NFL. I'm going to give you some would you rathers of teams would you rather take over as the head coach. Taking everything into consideration for who the owner is, who the GM is, who their quarterback is, how quick they go through head coaches, stuff like that. Questions?
Nope. Hit me with them.
Perfect. Here we go. We'll start with some of the god-awful teams here. Titans or Browns?
Gosh. I guess the Titans.
Okay. Titans or Jets?
Probably still the Titans again.
Titans or Raiders?
Titans again.
Titans or Bengals?
Bengals. I think that's easier to fix.
Bengals or Dolphins?
Bengals.
Bengals or Ravens? A little bit of a toughie here.
I'm going to say Bengals. I think the Ravens are more... I say they're more quarterback-centric, and we lost ours, and we're dog.
Fair.
And, like, we replaced it with Joe Flacco, who's been playing well, but still losing. So I don't think our issues are at the quarterback. I don't think the Ravens' issues are at the quarterback. I just think they probably have more pieces to fit together.
Okay.
But we'll see how they do this. They look bad right now because they're 5-5, but
they
pending this, pending this 10-game win streak.
They were 1-5.
Yeah, 1-5. Pending this 10-game win streak, they might be okay.
Okay, so you picked us. Okay, so Bengals or Chiefs?
Chiefs.
Chiefs or Texans?
Chiefs.
Chiefs or Jaguars?
Chiefs.
Chiefs or Chargers?
Maybe the Chargers here.
Okay, why? What will make you justify it? I think it's a tough call either way.
Yeah. I do believe Derwin James is still on that team.
Yes, he is.
Florida State. So there's one reason.
Okay.
We got a younger quarterback, and then the Chiefs looking like they may be plateauing. Chargers, I think, still have some incline to go. But that would be a fun project to kind of increase that.
Chargers or Bills? Have the Bills already plateaued, or is there still more to come? And I don't just mean Josh Allen. I mean the Bills as a team.
Bills as a team, yeah. I think I'll take the Chargers.
Okay.
I think the Bills are hitting their plateau point.
Okay.
This
so
season.
If they're not there, they're
if
coming
not
up on it
next.
quick.
Yep.
Chargers Steelers.
I do like Mike Tomlin.
But you're the coach now.
But then I would be Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin got the boot. They said, "You're out of here, pal. We're hiring a replacement right now."
Honestly, they just added a couple more pieces to their squad. Aaron Rodgers isn't going to be there forever. Maybe, another one season? Maybe two?
Assuming that he gets back from this injury quickly, yeah.
Like, maybe I pick up Marcel Reed here in 2 seasons. I'll take the Steelers on this one.
Okay.
Or Mendoza next season.
Steelers or Colts?
I think I'll take Steelers. I think the Colts just picked up their guy. They got a good squad. it would be easy to coach them, but I would like to add a few new pieces myself.
Okay. Steelers, Patriots.
Same thing. Steelers.
Steelers, Broncos.
I'll probably say same thing. Steelers.
Okay. So Steelers for the AFC. So then we'll just go AFC versus NFC. So Steelers or Giants?
Steelers.
Steelers or Saints?
Steelers.
Steelers or Commanders?
It's a tough one. Nasty injury for Daniels. Steelers.
Steelers or... Actually, we shouldn't do that. Let's go Falcons or Commanders?
I'll take the Falcons.
Falcons or Cardinals?
Falcons.
Falcons or Vikings?
Falcons.
Falcons or Cowboys?
Falcons.
Falcons or Panthers?
Uh,
The less said about that one, the better.
yeah, Falcons again.
Falcons, Lions.
I like Goff. I like Gibbs. I like Montgomery. How much longer does Goff have? I don't know.
It's a great question. I have no idea who it is.
He's not super old.
31. Just turned 31. Oh my god. He's 19. Oh my god, we're the same age. I didn't like that.
I'm sorry. How much longer does Goff have? Oh my god, we're the same age.
Oh my god, he's only 11 days older than me. We gotta go put Goff up on the shed.
Goodness. All right.
He's too old now.
I'm going to take the Lions. I like that team a little bit better.
Okay. With a alive, very alive and healthy and young and spry
Yes.
Goff. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Lions, Niners.
I'll take the Lions again.
Lions, Packers.
Lions.
Lions, Seahawks.
Still Lions.
Lions, Bucks.
Come on, Bucks.
Yeah, me too.
Buka, Baker, come on.
Bucks have a lot going
Tell
for
me
them.
I get to coach Baker Mayfield for at least a couple years. Hell yeah.
And that defense too, and that line. Bucks, Bears.
Bucks.
Bucks, Rams.
Bucks.
Bucks, Eagles.
I'm not coaching the Eagles. Bucks.
Okay,
I'm not
so
doing
then
it.
Bucks or Steelers for the most
I
appealing
think
job.
I like Baker Mayfield too much, man. I'm gonna take the Bucks.
I like
Let me
him too,
coach that
yeah.
guy. Let me coach that guy.
He just seems like somebody like he's just a dude. Like you want him on your team.
Mm-hmm.
You would hate him if you had to game plan against him. But the fact that he's on your squad, you're like best guy in the league.
I got that dog on my team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I thought that was interesting.
So catch me Madden 2025, 2026.
Take it over for
Bucks GM, Bucks head coach.
I say that to say this: the James Franklin signed a deal to become, I think was
VT.
Tech? Yeah.
Yep.
And college kind of churns out a lot of the same guys, and I feel like for the NFL they don't churn out the same guys, but they'll become a coordinator somewhere. Like when McDaniel inevitably gets fired from the Dolphins, he will end up as a coordinator for some team, and he'll probably be very good at it.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
the conversation starter that I heard was, what's the comfiest job in the NFL? And I do think that there's one clear answer, and it's being the offensive coordinator of the Buffalo Bills. Because imagine going to work every day and saying, I just get to game plan for Josh Allen.
Yep. And just let him.
And if
Do his thing.
he has an idiotic day and throws 4 picks, it's not on you. Because everyone's like, oh, it's Josh Allen. Well,
Yeah.
take the good and the bad. He has a great day, you get to be the guy that's like, oh, well, you schemed up everything for Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, that's a great job. I don't know of another coordinator position that's that easy. Easy, of course, in quotations, but I would say Baltimore would be a close second. But
Maybe the Eagles with the tush push, guaranteed 3rd and 4th down conversions.
I would want to be the offensive line coach. But like, yeah, I taught them everything they know. Can't get rid of me. And I'll take all my secrets somewhere else. But, anything else you got?
No. No, I'm all good.
Well, that wraps it up for us. Enjoy. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Yes, eat plenty of turkey. Take that nap. Don't miss that NFL football game.
Maybe we'll rank Thanksgiving foods next time.
Yes. What's your opinion on eggnog? Yay, nay?
How long we got?
How long we got?
I don't love it on its own.
Okay.
But I recently had an eggnog latte.
Okay. Haven't had one of those yet. I've seen them, but just haven't ventured.
It was delicious. So I'm kind of like, okay, well, if a latte's that good, it can't be awful.
Can't be awful, yeah. I usually am eat my Thanksgiving meal and then have my sweet tea while I'm eating. But then, like, when I'm done eating, we have little shooters of eggnog. Just a little shooter of that. A little palate cleanser. Kind of like a post-meal, like, all right, a little something sweet, and then I'm good. So I'm a fan, but I'm not like one of those savages that chugs it.
No, my big controversial opinion is I'm anti-turkey.
Sorry, what? What kind of turkey you been eating?
My whole life.
Have you had it injected with the flavors?
Buddy, I've had everything. I've had deep fried turkey.
Brother.
And
No chance.
And I don't. How did I say this? Hold on.
Do you never get the turkey leg? Is that the thing?
Oh no, it's all turkey.
What?
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm not disparaging how people. It's a common misconception. I'm not disparaging how people make their turkey. Right, your grandmother's recipe that's been around for 100 years might be delicious. That's fine. I believe that. But I think turkey is an inferior meat.
I mean, the ham is definitely better.
That's thing one.
Don't get me wrong.
That's thing one.
The ham is definitely better, but...
And here's my question. You get a piece of that ham. What are you putting on your ham that you get Thanksgiving Day?
What am I putting on my ham?
What are you putting on your ham?
What do you mean?
When you put it on your plate, are you putting anything on top of your ham?
So this is the point where I admit that I'm a little barbaric, and I grab the ham with one hand, and I've got my fork, and I'm either shoveling stuffing, beans, or collard greens in with the other hand, and I'm
Sir,
you know what I'm saying?
Sir, are you putting anything on your ham?
No.
What do you normally put on your turkey?
The same thing, nothing.
Okay, what do most people put on their turkey?
Gravy, maybe?
Gravy or mashed potatoes or stuffing or cranberry sauce. So you're telling me that turkey isn't good on its own. Turkey has to be held up by its teammates. So turkey can't carry Thanksgiving.
See, this is why I was questioning the type of turkey you was eating, man. Because I do the same thing with the turkey.
I've had some tasty turkey. I have. But ham on its own, you could have a piece of ham on its own and be like, I'm good. Have your ham, get to your sides, get to your dessert. That's a full meal. You cannot have, okay, that's what I mean. I don't mean you individually. The average person.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because yes, there has been. I have had some good turkey, but you have to accompany it with everything else, and then it has to be cooked a certain way, or it has to be injected or deep fried to make it good. I'm like, turkey's just not good then. If you have to do 15 different things to it and put it on a timer and put it in a bag, maybe just don't make just get a ham.
Just get a ham.
And then if you really want to, you really want to get great, just order pizza. Do hot dogs and hamburgers.
No chance.
Do fried chicken. Why not?
All right, fair enough. Still a bird.
Like if that's the route we're taking and I just want delicious food, like what's the point? Are we gathering for delicious food here? Because I'll tell you what, the sides that we have now are not the old and traditional sides. They're still your mac and cheese. They're still your mashed potatoes. But some of the things that you're going to find on a Thanksgiving spread nowadays are not what it was 10, 15, 20 years ago. And they'll continue to change.
For sure.
So let's just speed up that change.
Eliminate turkey from Thanksgiving is what he's saying. That's what he's saying.
I just...
Chat, do
Yeah.
you guys agree? We want to know. We want to know.
I mean, I know it's controversial. I get that. I'm not saying it's an easy choice, but it's to the point like I won't even take Thanksgiving. I won't even take turkey on Thanksgiving.
Wow, not even a no thank you serving.
I'll take a double me up with ham.
Double the ham. All right, fair enough.
I'll take everything else. So it's a lot. We'll see. We'll see what the response is.
Well, my Thanksgiving plate will have ham and turkey on it. I can guarantee that.
All that turkey I'm not gonna have. It's all yours.
Fair enough. We appreciate that.
You double up. But enjoy Turkey Day. We'll catch everybody up. We'll have lots of football to talk about.
Yes, we will. Lots of holiday football. Lots of
Both
playoff
Thursday and
implications. Yes.
And that's normally when it starts feeling like you're about a month away from Christmas. That'd be nice. So, all right. Well, enjoy it. We'll see everybody in a bit.
You know what to do. Like, follow, subscribe. Hit us in the comments. Enjoy.